There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Set, 280.
42, check, Mike 42. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check, nickel.
White 7. Easy, alert.
Hey, Mike's 42. Drop deep.
6-6, bullet high.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
You think you gonna get this? Check.
11.
42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic.
Back to throw, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Shift.
Zero.
3rd and 2, Stafford looking downfield for Jones, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes there's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Strong right.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal. At the
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. 50-50. Make these babies cry all the way back home.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Now it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dean Lowry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
So the sack means it's third and goal now from the 10.
Watch the slack.
50-50.
Watch the slack. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Pick it up. Hey, Charlie. Pick it up.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the sack means it's third and goal now from the 10.
Hey. 40 got.
Hey, Mike 51.
Alert.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Go.
Tighten up.
Hey.
Tighten up.
Go, Mike 51. Hey, 5-0.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Get on.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hairston. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
58.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Blue 58.
52. Too little, Cupcake. Watch it.
Hey, check 26. Get up.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I think you got it, son. 52's the mic.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21.
General West.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw left side, complete. That's Graham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the delay, Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
319.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Hey, easy. Hey, 50.
Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Mike 42.
Go, come on, man. Pick it up.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
They don't want it.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
First down, Packers.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Blue 58. Mike right here. We go Mike 40. Mike 40. We own them. We own them. 630. Flare. Showing up. You know, get done. SOS. Topper. SOS. Check 26. Check hot route. Hot. Check 52.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the run. Watch the again.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Graham. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
319. Here it comes. 319.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Get 300. Over. I got it. 40's Mike. All day, baby. All day.
Rodgers now operating from the gun to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Target. Bang. 10. Bang. Slam. Hey, 54.
To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Tight right. 4 down.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
Hey, check. 53. Ready.
Hey, Mike's
59.
2.
While 61. Matchbox light.
Out of the gun, Stafford. A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I got back north.
Now it's Rodgers. This complete to Jones. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
He wasn't ready.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Double tight. Liz. We got 4. Mike 40. Check. He's coming.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 40's Mike.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go, baby.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Mike's 50. They can't hang with Smooth. Mike's 50.
Throwing is Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Easy, alert. Nothing today. Hey, Echo.
Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. 51. I'm on.
59.
Under crunch.
Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Davis now to return it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, 40's Mike. 40's
now Rodgers from the gun. He'll throw. And that will be incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them special.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
D-line, get that quarterback.
42's the mic, boys. 42.
Zebra.
Here we go. Mike 42.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
10.
To throw again. Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
258.
So we got man.
Rodgers now on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Let's go.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got one.
Throwing again. Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
52.
Here we go, G.
Box it. Jump out. Reset. New Mike.
Here's Rodgers.
Here we go, G.
This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And It comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Feels right. Hey, let's get this.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Again, it's Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On first down, Jones Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
50. Hey, you block over here. Blue 58. Right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Not today, you won't. Not today.
Rodgers going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Here we go. Bravo. Tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. 3 down. 3 down. Key 8. Key 8. Let's go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The catch is made by the tight end, Nauta. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Okay, Betty, I see you.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing his fails. He's got Curse. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Set 90 volt.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. X3, 218, chopper.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check 31. Check 31.
5.
Now fails. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Even. 4 down. Even. Now.
Banjo.
Hey. High 7. Now.
He'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
You going to see me in your nightmare.
Hey, wahoo! Mike 42. Mike 48.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Montrevious Adams, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Look at you. 40's the mic. Look at you.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's it, baby.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
18.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
No, check that. We're going to Mike
into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
It's our time.
Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
It's just me and you.
Take 30.
Mike 40.
26.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Protein spill.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
40. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds his tight end, Graham. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Don't be mad.
Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go to Johnson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Watch the slants.
On the book. They go.
They're going to look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Returnable here for Davis. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They are in the 4th in Buffalo. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd. And 4.
Green Bay. Rashawn Melvin brought him down.
Lay down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Focus, defense, focus.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here we go.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run. Anderson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Ready.
And they take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt